Have you ever asked yourself, what do smart people have in common? A lot of people think of intelligence as something you're simply born with. But some people, after all, make being smart look effortless. Intelligence, though, it isn't a set trait. It's a changeable, flexible ability to learn and stimulate your brain that can improve over time. The things smart people have in common is they're dedicated to lifestyle habits that support and protect their mental health. Welcome to the Black Contractors Network, where billionaires get inspired. Habits make the man. And this is certainly true when you look at popular entrepreneurs and academics that have risen to the top of their field thanks to their ability to think of solutions to daily problems. We've gathered the 16 habits they all have in common, and we think are important to make you smarter every day. But before we go any further, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You do not want to miss out on our daily dose of entertaining and educational video. Let's get it. Number 1, ask questions. In some cases, we learn more by looking for the answer to a question and not finding it, and we do from learning the answer itself. Most people are afraid to ask questions because they feel like they'll look stupid, but they couldn't be farther from the truth. Learning requires asking questions and finding answers, just like when we were kids. Knowledge has no bounds. Everything around us sparks our interest. Why is the ocean blue? Why do cows moo at night? If you don't understand anything or are unsure about something, don't be afraid to ask about it. Even ask yourself questions and research the solutions on your own. When you go home, instead of watching TV, go on the internet and look online for material that will help you to understand topics that you're interested in, what you are a little confused about. It may just considerably increase your intelligence. Number 2, read across genre. The brain is a very powerful tool, and reading is the mental exercise. It needs to be in tip-top shape. We have instant access to almost all the written books created by humans, thanks to smartphones, tablets, e-readers, and of course the good old internet. However, we often waste time viewing amusing videos of people doing funny stuff on YouTube and TikTok while just mindlessly scrolling. It's undoubtedly a way to unwind and feel more cheerful, but it's not realistic or healthy to use all of your free time doing this. However, reading often can not only help you stay informed and teach your brain to function well, but it will also help you to continuously learn new things. Reading is a great way to improve your intellect. Whether you read a chapter from a book each day or simply read interesting articles and blogs on websites, you'll see results over time. Another option is to socialize with people who have intellectual pursuits. Having friends who are interested in learning new things can help keep your mind active and engaged. Number 3, our surroundings shape our values, beliefs, and ways of thinking. Spending time with smart people will help to feed your brain because you can always find something to discuss. Your social circle should include people who challenge your assumptions and make you question your beliefs. You'll learn more by being around them than if you were alone. Although at times it can be frustrating because you don't know enough yet. That too is part of the process of growth. Your friends don't have to be smarter than you. The important thing is they always have interesting things to discuss and are pace setters in whatever field they. Intellectuals already know how to feed their brains, so spending time with them is very beneficial in order to adopt not only knowledge, but also the learning style. Number 4, taking time to think about what you've learned is an important part of the learning process. Not properly understanding the true essence of the information received, the habit of taking pauses to reflect on what you've learned is highly beneficial and is in fact an important part of the learning process. When you take time to think, you can consider all the factors that might directly or indirectly affect what you're doing. Planning ahead enables you to accomplish more in less time and with fewer words. You'll also be less likely to say something stupid. The smartest people listen more than they speak and manage to get a lot done with fewer words. Number 5, exercise frequently. Don't overlook the effects of exercise on our brain power, energy levels, and physical health. The brain and body work together to create an overall sense of well-being. As you grow cognitively, remember that you should also grow physically since the two are intertwined. Physical exercise also instills discipline, which is advantageous for the efficient growth of positive habits and new information. Should I make time? Yes, as much as possible to make time for at least one form of exercise. You can sign up for your local gym, get some running shoes for a few mile runs, or simply practice yoga or other form of exercise at home. Anything works. Just move your body more. Number 6, prioritize eating healthy. You must be familiar with this prevailing notion that glucose is the ideal fuel for the brain. But a balanced diet rich with needed vitamins and minerals is the best fuel you can get to power your thought engine. The optimum diet for enhancing brain performance includes enough protein, moderate amounts of carbohydrates, and enough healthy. Therefore, whole grains, lean meats, nuts, fish, and dairy products should be on your dinner table. And it's also a good idea to adopt the habit of eating just enough to be satisfied and avoid junk food as much as you can, as it'll tire you out and in the long run can cause some health complications. Number 7, keeping a diary. Studies have shown that a few minutes of reflection on the events and thoughts of the day can increase your brain power. That then motivates and helps you to become smarter, like personal experience and your own achievements. Take a few minutes each evening to write down your thoughts, events, and insights of the day. Keeping a diary is a great way to analyze your thoughts and questions that arise. This will help you become smarter overall by expanding your vocabulary and communication skills. Since writing in a diary is a language practice activity, it can help raise your IQ by helping you learn new terms and make connections between existing words. Number 8, people are not unnecessarily scared of failure. They understand the universal truth that without practice, nothing can be truly learned, and so they're up for the challenge. It's impossible to learn a new equation if you don't attempt questions on it, and so is learning to play the guitar. If you don't try those chords yourself, sometimes outstanding and even spectacular successes are the results of something that frightened tremendously. Number 9, apply and share new knowledge. Learning something you don't intend to use is like buying something you don't need. It's a waste of time and resources. Smart people always make use of their acquired knowledge, not because it'll help them to succeed, but rather because sharing their intellectual resources makes them more valuable. Have you read a book? Discuss it with people who have also read it. The best technique to reinforce and comprehend the subject matter is to share new information and concepts. You will learn more during such a discussion about the work itself, as well as the lessons other people have discovered. It doesn't matter who you share your thoughts with: family, friends, co-workers, members of a social network group, or topical forum, because the act of sharing knowledge itself, that's what enriches your understanding and helps you to draw out more informed conclusions. Number 10, be selective in your associations with people. Smart people tend to have few friends, but they make up for the lack of numbers with deep and genuine friendships. Those with whom you spend time reflect your personal identity. So it's important to choose wisely. It is also important to spend time with yourself and be introspective. This will help you understand yourself and the world around you beyond friendships. When you are careful of what you give your attention to, you'll be able to work optimally without unnecessary distractions. Smart people find it easy to get their priorities in order. Think of a mental checklist. It's far easier to follow the next agenda on your list than to juggle every plan you have. Number 11, take short breaks at work. In the era of total digitalization, our brains literally burn out from the bombardment of information. Being in touch with what's happening isn't always a good thing. That's why even a short vacation is sometimes needed to stay creative and stave off cognitive burnout after working for several hours, weeks, or months. And due to the absence of pauses and moments of mental calmness, we begin to think superficially, and automatically the same goes for reading. You will assimilate better when you take breaks. After a few hours of reading in this free time, you can enjoy a short walk, meditate, exercise, or do some chores around. Just give yourself a mental timeout. Number 12, learn how to be organized through devices and instant messages, both at home and in the office. People who tend to be disorganized with clutter on their desktops and frequent email alerts are less intelligent than those who keep their environments tidy. And in work folders, all documents, images, and other files will distract you from your tasks and lower productivity. Your mind will function more effectively when there is less disorder in an area where you live. Develop the habit of putting things away immediately. Make multiple themed folders on your desktop and avoid saving individual papers there. Number 13, you can improve your social skills by paying attention to other people's behavior patterns. Smart people tend to be understanding in their own way and consider things like their colleagues' motivation, their perspective of the project, and the level of help they need. They require strong intellectual effort, but in the long run you'll have better social skills and be able to make better decisions when others are involved. Number 14, be observant. You can see everything around you. Do you really pay attention to it? Many of us watch the world uncritically, focusing primarily on the things that immediately affect us, but instead spend a few minutes every day examining your surroundings critically. Examine the normal everyday interactions that take place in your environment on a global, interpersonal, and societal level. It should be normal for everyone, but given the circumstances of our times, this is a useful practice. Number 15, whenever your body needs a rest, sleep. Studies have shown that giving your brain regular downtime helps it perform better in terms of memory, attention, and focus. It was also found that those who stay up late and get up early tended to perform worse than their peers who got more sleep. The brain processes information from the previous day as you sleep. Having enough rest strengthens memory and removes amyloid and tau proteins linked to plaque formation in Alzheimer's disease. Although there's no set length of time that everyone should sleep, different individuals need varying amounts of sleep. Your main priority should be to develop habits that require minimal consciousness. When your body needs something, a habit can be triggered automatically. It frees you up to concentrate on other things. Well, some of these habits might seem kind of strange at first, but with consistent practice, they'll become ingrained and become a part of you. Number 16, playing games that challenge your mind. A great way to spend your time is by playing games that exercise your mental faculties, use your imagination, and force you to solve constantly evolving problems. They can improve cognitive performance while bringing you delight. Research by Dr. Christaki and his team found that those who played one or more such games frequently scored better on cognitive tests than those who didn't, regardless of age. Mental games like crosswords or Sudoku can be enjoyed by both adults and children alike. That's all for today's video. Let us know in the comments which of these habits you think would have the best effect on overall smartness, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video so you never miss an upload. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Failure is a natural part of life. We all fail, but the best way to recover from failure is by turning it into success. You can do this by acknowledging your failure, learning from your mistakes, and putting a positive spin on it. Keep in mind that failure doesn't always have to be bad. In fact, there are many ways we can use failure to our advantage. And with that, the Black Contractors Network is signing off for the day. And remember that in the end, it's your own success or failure. So don't let anyone else bring you down. Please like and subscribe and share this video with anyone who might benefit from it.